Hi, my name is Carlson with AnimeOnLocation.tv. I'm here at Matsuricon 2017 with Kagaku Cosplay.
Hello.
Alrighty, so how did you get started in the world of cosplay?
I actually started when I was like 13, but I didn't know the word cosplay. I was just like, oh, I'm going to do something that's not a Halloween costume for once. And I did Kiki from Kiki's Delivery Service because it's my favorite Ghibli. And then I started doing more Halloween costumes, and I went to my first con, which was Matsuricon in 2010. And I've just been doing it ever since. I started making them in 2012 and then competing in craftsmanship.
Awesome. So what has been some of your favorite characters to cosplay over the years?
Oh, gosh. Well, I love Sailor Moon, so a lot of my Sailor Moon cosplays, I've done Princess Serenity and Sailor Moon, and I've done a villain, Queen Nehelenia. I also really love Digimon Tamers, and I did Sakuyamon, and I love that one. I want to remake it. And Toho, I did Flandre Scarlet, and those ones are ones I always have a lot of fun in.
Alrighty, and what did you think of the Sailor Moon R movie that you happened to be with at Matsuricon at the movies for?
Oh gosh, well, first off, that is my favorite Sailor Moon movie. I have seen it probably the same amount of times in English as I have in Japanese, which is at least more than 10. And honestly, I didn't know it was going to be the dubbed version or the new one. And in the battle of dub versus sub, I'm kind of on the sub side. So I was like, oh man, how is this going to be? I gave it a chance. I was like, all right, let's listen. And I really loved it. Like, Viz did such a good job with it. Like, I wasn't cringing at some of like the translated dialogue or anything. It was really good, which is why I'm like excited that there's voice actors from that dub here. So I'm like, all right, I'll get your autographs, because it was really good. And it was great to see all the cosplayers and all the people that were there. Little kids were there, and I was like near tears. They were so cute.
Alrighty, and how does it feel to know that you were the winner of the Matsuri at the Con movies, a fun event that was hosted for one day here down in Columbus?
Oh gosh, it was really cool. I was a little sad that there weren't more cosplayers, so I was like, oh, come on. But apparently more people showed up later and couldn't get in, and I was like, no. But it was really cool, and I was very excited. I was like, oh, I get a free badge? I mean, I come here all the time and I host panels and get a free badge, so I'm like, all right, well, this is cool. I actually was able to give that free badge to a friend of mine due to a little bit of a mix-up, and it was really nice. But no, it was so cool, and like winning it was really neat and all, and choosing Serenity to bring, because I was going to do Sailor Moon. I have a full 5 scouts, but all of them had to work that day. So I was like, well, I'll do Serenity because I don't want to be lonely. So I'm like, at least Serenity can kind of go on her own. So I brought that, but the real highlight was the little kids that I mentioned. They came up to me and wanted photos. There was a real little girl that was like so happy to see me, and I was like, I got to be a princess for little kids, and it wasn't even Disney. I got to be my princess.
So going along with rewards, you just happened to come out of the masquerade and you won an award for?
Best Novice in Skit. I did a skit for Weiss from Ruby, and I nearly cried on stage. Apparently made a judge cry. And yeah, it was really fun, and I was like shaking because I've done skits with a friend of mine who ended up winning Best Masters.
Wow.
Yeah, and I've done skits with her, but when I'm with her, we bump up to Masters, and I'm like, I'm not a master. But doing this was the first time on my own.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, but it was so much fun, and I definitely want to do it again.
Awesome. So again, you said you're a panelist. What panels did you offer and bring to Matsuricon this year?
Yesterday I had 2. I did Maho Myths and Legends, which is like a basic magical girl and boy panel. So I like talked about the origin of the genre, when it started, a bunch of series throughout time, introduced people to more magical boys, because not enough people give the magical boys some credit. Yeah. And even showed them some like magical girl series that are like in the West, like Witch and Winx Club and Miraculous Ladybug. So I had that one, and then I did the Saga of the Senshi, which is a Sailor Moon panel, and it was so much fun. We talked about the entire franchise. We talked about some things we liked, we didn't like. Yeah, and we gave prizes out, and I also plugged International Sailor Moon Day, which I host that, and we did that earlier this month, and a lot of people seem interested, so I'm like, yes, let's build this. Let's make the Sailor Moon community even bigger.
Alrighty, and again, this year's theme of Matsuricon is Magical Girl versus Mecca, so which side do you support?
I mean, obviously I am magical girl, winning with Serenity and everything. But no, I give the Mecca some prop because there are actual like magical girl Mecca, like Magic Knight Ray Earth, and there's magical boys who pilot mechs like Star Driver, which I almost cosplayed him for the theme, but money. So, but yeah, I'm magical girl, but Mecca's cool too.
Alrighty, and how can fans keep up with you on the internet?
I have my Facebook page, which is Kagaku Cosplay, Kagaku. And I also have Instagram, which is under the same name, but just all lowercase and slumped together. But I post work in progresses. I post like just general things. I like organizing cosplay groups, so I like be like, hey, is anyone interested? So if you follow me, do groups, more magical girls, full senshi. But yeah, I make costumes, I do commissions occasionally, and I just post work in progress and photo shoots and stuff like that. And it's a lot of fun, and I want people to be more engaging because I like talking to people and giving advice and hearing their advice, and you're just building the community.
It sounds wonderful. Thank you so much for coming out, and I'm great that you've won 2 awards from Matsuricon.
Oh, thank you.